Not sure if you're still around, but thank you for the follow, host. Bot or not. Oh no, our first injury, damn. Alright. I think I've been leaning on this hand too much and it's just popped off. It doesn't look like it got all the glue that it needed, so that's probably why. Come on, sit where you need to sit. I can't remember how it sits, so just quickly move that away. We'll get the picture. So it's like straight down. It's really not wanting to go back. Come on. I think that's how it's supposed to. No, it's not. It's supposed to be. Actually. Yeah, no, it's this way. Good start to the stream. Not being able to remember how this arm goes on. I'm going to take that off. Maybe clean it a little bit. Lucky most of this isn't done, otherwise I'd probably be damaging the paint. But I think that's how it goes. Oh, come on. I have a feeling it might not have been glued in the right spot to start, but we'll probably just let that dry a second, which is fine, because I found some basic materials that we're going to use. So let's just pop that up there, don't need that. Pop here. So this is a snow, as you can see, very bright. Definitely snow and not anything else. So that was the original plan, but we've got here so I don't think the dead 40k stuff's gonna work very well, so we probably won't use that. And then these are bigger base bits, again 40k stuff. We've got some, what do they actually call this? Burnt grass. So you can kind of see that there. I'm not going to use that. Although that would be cool, but we've already got like the blue and green themes going on, so. But we will use, we've got some slate. Large slate, probably just one or two of them, and some small slate, which we'll use a bit more of. That's a large one in there, put that back. So we have those two, and then we'll just paint them up. I don't know what that is. Those there, and then we've got some green flocking material as well, but that's not the one we're going to use. Close this back up. Pop you there. We have so this is used for bushes and shrubs, but it will probably work for in smaller batches. It's basically just tiny sponge, so we'll be using that. We've got some long grass as well to be going on the base, probably like towards the back, so that it's sort of like we might be able to make it look like, you see, there's not really much of the base there, but we might put some just at the front here. We've got our mushrooms that we made last time, and then this is larger moss, which is kind of cool. So again, maybe just a few strands from that, But they all actually use this to make trees. So this is like the tree frame, and you glue the sort of broccoli strand looking stuff on it to customize your trees. So we have that there. Just quickly gonna check something. Alright, so let's probably given that enough time to dry. Just finish what we were doing. Just this. I'll try and hold just the base so we don't lose that arm. Seems to be dry, but we'll give it a bit more time before we actually try and touch it. So just just painting on the blood that's coming off his hands, because I forgot to do that last time. And then we'll highlight what we can of that. I'm just gonna fix this up. Awesome. So then just bring that up there. We've got some blood coming off the hand there. So pop him down. Put it there for a sec. We'll do some hair. So the hair color itself was, when I find it, where'd you go? Oh, they were hiding behind my cashews. So the hair was this color, which is a little saturated because of the camera, and we darkened it with Agrax, I think. Yes, which is a brown wash. So we're going to go back over it with this and just on the raised parts. And I could probably use a bigger brush, but we might just manually do this. So we won't start right on the edge, and we'll probably just start, and we'll go all the way to the edge, and we'll leave, we'll highlight that one in there. I was going to say we'll leave that, but it's coming out just enough, I think, for some light to hit it. So this will be layer 1 of the highlighted hair, and then we'll go on to a highlight after that as well. just do that to here. So it probably hasn't changed much. It's probably a little brighter, and you can see, actually the camera is picking it up. It's a little darker here. Might go a little further, just here. And then we'll slowly start bringing highlights down. Well, actually no, we'll be bringing highlights onto this top bit, and then around the end of the hair, and then for the beard we might be a bit more generous. But the problem is the next stage up for brown we might have to mix, but we will see. So it will be, got a few options. Probably going to be this one, but let's find the third, which is here. So if we're going in dark to light, it will be this. And I think that's probably going to be the highest we go. So we'll put a bit of this one on, which is Wild Rider Red, which is it says a red, but it's definitely coming into the orange category for me. So I'll pop those there. Another thing we need to decide is eye color, and I was thinking blue, seeing as we've got most of the model itself with like tints of blue. So I think that'll help. Actually, that needs to go lower because I keep hunching down. So, and why have you stopped playing? Getting tangled up a bit. Alright, there we go. Pop him back. Put that down. Let's see if we can get my phone back on charge. Alright, sweet. So this is going to be real saturated again on the camera, but I promise you that it's going to look good once we do the actual like Instagram shot. So start at the tip here. just making sure that I'm still in frame. It's so bright. That orange, but probably should have mixed some black in. Okay. So watch that. Actually, there's the like leg tufts and arm tufts, or I think it's just legs. I don't know. Guess this could be considered fur, but well, what do they do on the model? Yeah, I guess they kind of do. Yeah. We'll just keep it as skin. That's fine. Alright, so we'll highlight these. Sweet. And we will darken it a little bit. We'll put some put another wash over the top, which isn't ideal, but live and learn, right? So I'm gonna be very control wash just over our highlight part. that a minute to dry. I also want to just start getting some basing done, so let's bring these back. Because we're kind of getting close to finishing off the model. Got these, and we need that out. This in. So, just waiting for the glue. Now, is the insides dry? Doesn't look like it. It is coming out. Not very well though. Let's just very carefully open this up. We'll just put a little bit here. Ooh, that'll do. Not the most elegant of glue collecting, but it is what it is. Alright, so write that down. Ooh, where's my crap? Do I have a brush? Oh, here we go. This looks real big, but it'll be fine. We don't need total coverage. And we're only putting the rocks on at the moment. Yeah. So any gaps will be fine. So this kind of basing probably would have done at the start of before even like putting the undercoats on. So we'll grab let's go a longer piece. Pop that here. And then this. So this isn't going to fit, because normally you could just sort of put them in the base and sort of like just keep doing this until it gets sort of in, and then just move it around, but that base is too big. So what we're going to do is hopefully put some down. and then whatever falls off hopefully goes into the little cap, and we can just reverse the cap. Oh, that's way too much. That's alright. Luckily these are small enough that I don't think they'd be that bad in a vacuum, but let's just try and collect it all up here. Just wipe the sides off. Do the same here. And at the back. Again, doesn't need to be total coverage because we're going to put moss and grass and stuff on it. And it's going to get painted anyway, so we'll just... we've got some glue here, so we might as well try and get a few here. That wasn't too bad. I thought that might be worse. And then we'll just give it a bit of a tap. Pop him here, and we can collect up all the little guys. Sweet. So we've got a bit of a base going, and what I'll do is grab that brush again, and we'll get like a lot of glue, and we'll just I thought that might work, but it's not. That's alright. Yeah, I guess we'll just leave that, let that dry a little bit. It's such a small amount that we can probably just keep painting on the top. Don't need that anymore. So what do we need to paint? The ground, the little guys, detail. Okay. So let's see. Let's do, so we've got some belts that we need to sort out. So let's do that. I will use, actually, let's do the eyes because I think that was something that I wanted to do. So we've got a tiny brush here anyway. So got that. Blue, so we've got a couple of blues. I think this is the same. Yeah. That one. Tail, frame. Let's move him out. Alright, so we got these. We'll probably go that's purple. Is that another one? I think I got the same blue 3 times. Oh no, that's different. Alright, so we've got a few. Actually, I like this. This is our blue highlight. So if we work backwards, probably don't need that. But we're going to need that, and then we'll do that in the middle. do this? I guess with the eyes it can be whether you go for like the traditional like white, so like white, dark, black, or if we're gonna go for like a glow, we could probably do that. So let me just quickly go. Just having a look at some images. Here we go. Okay, that's a lot of steps. It looks good. So I'm wondering if we can simplify it a little bit. How big have we got? How much eye have we got to paint? Like how big is it? So they're tiny, and he's like squinting, so that doesn't help. That's not in frame. So let's just bring him into frame here. Losing a few stones, that's fine. So he's very small eyes because he's squinting as well. So that won't help. Just pop these in here. So we'll probably do like a glowy eye because that'll be the easiest, which is just like dark to light. So we'll do that. I'm just going to quickly check something here. Alright, so let's do dark blue. On basically no eye. Or do we make them glow and just overspill on this blue and pretend that's what we had planned all along? Maybe. So we're going to cut one of the colors out. So I'll cut that out because we will not have space. It's hard. Well, I think we got it. Whether it's actually good or not, I don't know. I can already see that the glue's starting to dry, so that's good. We can at least get on to basing, and we'll put the highlight on the eye as well. Again, it might just replace the blue, but at least we've got a base color on there. I want to do something about this. Oh, the belts. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, so we'll get our darkest brown. In this case, it'll be Rhine oxide. Ooh. And again, we're just spending most of our focus on the main model, because realistically I think what will happen is I'll finish the main guy and then paint the little guy separately off stream. Is that the anti-belt? I guess so. So I'm gonna give him another little shake just to get some of the loose. Let's not do that. Some of the loose stones off, and I'll know when it's dry because there's little spots of glue just on this rock here. So when that goes clear, we should be good. So what we will do is bring this over here. We'll paint these nails, claws. So we'll just do that. Oh, he's got a little tiny one on his foot here. And then the ones in here. know if I have the camera in the same spot I had it last time, so I'm just going to try and move it down a little bit. I don't need that in my face there. His hands, do them the same. Nice. You see, it all starts to come together once you start putting the little details on. Just be careful with the blood patches here. Yeah, that'll do. Teeth. He has 2 teeth that we can paint as well. Glue still needs a little bit more to dry. So we'll probably fix up the bronze. And get it in there. That's cool. Alright. What am I doing? Bronze. Okay. So we're gonna go over everything again because it seems to be. It might have got mixed up with a bit of silver before, so just give that a shake. No. Alright, that's fine. Oh yes. So I think I'll paint this bit bronze. Just quickly touch up here. Okay, what's happening here? Let's give that another mix maybe. That's better. So paint this. So they'll break up some of the bigger piece, and then see some of this got blue on it, so very carefully fix that up. Hey, we got a bit of belt there that we need to do. Alright, cool. So repaint over this. Like, very much make sure that it looks like it's bronze. Ooh. Some highlights here. And that should be silver. This doesn't look like it changed, that's skewed. And well, yeah, it looks like we'll go over all of this again because we did a silver dry brush again. Too late, but it was done. We have to go over this again. this arm and just should be dry. Okay, good. It fell off, so I'm just making sure that we're not painting on any like residue plastic glue from reattaching said arm. I'll give this a nice fresh coat of bronze. Awesome. I guess while we've got it, let's just go and look at the swords and bronze as well. Doesn't matter if we're too messy because we'll be doing like a solid block of silver on the rest of this. And actually we'll just do this belt buckle because it's kind of like missing out for not having any extra colour. So we'll very carefully do that. And we will, so there's a belt buckle here. And the one here is covered, so that's fine. Just make sure that we're doing the undersides of this little symbol as well. What's the time? God, it's so late already. Nice. So we have all of our bronze back. Pop it down there. 6 times. Okay, so I don't think I actually have a highlight bronze, which is a bit of a problem, but I'm going to stand up and try to find one in my collection. So actually, let's pop this off for a second. This might work, but it's not looking promising. Let's put some water in it and just see what we get. I think it's done there. Yeah, that's done. Oh. Hell yeah. Fine. So we don't have a highlight bronze. Or do we? No. We have two of the same bronze, but not a highlight one. That's fine. Grab my music. Okay. So I have to experiment. So we get some white. That definitely needs to shake. have some coffee. Because that's already cold. So, don't know if this will work, but let's give it a go. Because usually metallics don't really like to mix. Well, it depends. Take some bronze. Okay. So we've got these two colors here that are out of focus, but bronze and white. Give that a wash. Again, because I didn't go and get a highlight bronze, that's what we'll have to deal with. This is what we're looking for actually. So I've obviously in the past mixed the bronze that I should have, but either I can't find here or is not in my paint collection anymore. Because I've got this, but this is definitely more gold. Anyway, so let's slowly add some white into this. So we're gonna get an interesting color. And that might have already been too much, because it's starting to get too silver. So we'll add some more bronze into that. Yeah, see, that's better. I think that might actually work. Just want a bit more white in there. It actually almost looks darker, but we're going to use it as a highlight anyway. So we could probably use this brush. Just gotta be careful. Yeah. No, I'll use a small brush. Yeah, this will do. Especially the white that Games Workshop has, it's not. It itself is not. Got all this bronze on my finger. It is not very thick paint. Well, actually, okay, it comes in two varieties: very thick or very watery. And this is the watery one, and it's kind of the luck of the draw, and it's the only color that kind of does this. I think some of the yellows can as well. Anyway, so we'll highlight some of this. It's looking not too bad actually. It's a weird color, not the color I was looking for, but I think it'll work. It'll be subtle, but I think it'll work. It might look too silver. That's alright. It's what we have, and we're going to be like rusting it up a little bit as well, so like it won't matter too much. So we'll just giving the edges a bit of a highlight. Try and remember to be on actual camera. This is the problem with this. Is I think this will be. God, this is so watery as well. I mean, it's giving it some texture anyway, so depth rather, some depth. So it'll have to do. And then just the front bits here. Alright, that'll do. Because it's not really adding too much to it. Get these to wash. Be there. That probably needs a few more minutes. Glue's almost done on our rocks. Let's... Where is actually? We'll grab this because this is what we're gonna add on. So this is Niliac. Niliac oxidized, and it's basically a bronze ruster, and it's super watery, and we're basically just gonna use it basically where any bronze would touch another material, and on these rivets. Yeah, it's almost milky in color. It's really really good. So Oh, here we go. I was like, I know there's one more spot. Nice. And we'll probably just go over that with a silver as well. Seeing as I don't have the bronze to do the highlights for, so I wonder if we mix the silver and gold together, whether that'll give us the colour I'm looking for. Or maybe silver and brown? I don't know. The bronze and white didn't work. Anyway, let's see if we can get some colour on these stones. See if they fall off at all. So I'll use this guy, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna give quite a thick coat. The paint itself will also sort of kind of help glue stuff down, which is weird, but we're not going to go too hard. We can put another coat on, so if things start moving around, we'll just kind of leave it as is. Let's move this in frame a bit more. See, a few of the rocks are starting to move. Which again, we knew was going to happen. And at this point, basically the whole base can be brown, because we can just paint over that. Because realistically, this is all going to be different shades of brown. Mud, rock. We might do the rock. No. Well, we've already started. That'll be brown as well. But what'll break it up is the greenery that we base it with. So I don't mind getting a bit of brown on the sword, because that can be dirty as well. And just trying not to pull too many of these rocks off while we paint. So we've got some ruins as well. That might be repainted grey. Tree's obviously going to be brown. I painted the skulls quite bright, and we did miss one. There's a brown skull now somewhere. Just being very careful when we get close to the model, not to kind of do this like rush painting. You're probably seeing a lot of my forehead. I just don't know where to put this camera. It doesn't really go any lower. No. I don't know. Be careful around the foot. Always feel like I'm painting out of camera as well. It's not a very good experience to view, so I apologise for that. And again, we don't have to be too concerned with getting all the areas, because we'll clearly need to go over this again. So anything we miss, we will repaint. Alright, that'll do for the base. This is like first preliminary layer. Alright. Where are we at? It's 9 o'clock. Probably go for another half hour. That'll be 2 hours. I think we've got to hit 8 though. It's 8 a month, so we'll definitely get that. Yeah, so how did we go? So the oxidation came out really good. And then what we'll do is we'll use this big brush, grab our silver, and just highlight that. You know what? Doesn't really matter if there's a bit of brown in there either. We'll just do something like this. kind of breaks up the turquoise in there a little bit. The brown's already starting to dry, which is good. So hopefully means that some of these rocks will stick down. But if not, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So this is looking at what's left to go, and it does seem like there's a bit, but as with anything like this, it's slow progress. Slow progress. Anyway, let's just what are we gonna do? I want to fix up those pauldrons a bit, so we'll grab this guy, and we will get the dark silver, which is somewhere. Shake. So that's right. So we're gonna the blue that's on the wrist guards. Just going to kind of like tag that out a little bit. It's literally just by putting a little bit more silver on it, so that it's a little more subtle. Brushes don't fall. Yeah. Probably doesn't look like it changed very much, but it's a little less blue. So that's fine. While we've got this out, we'll give this sword a bit of silver. It's probably been here for a long time, so again, we don't have to be too clean with it. We'll add some mud onto it when it comes time as well. Just making sure we get a good silver coverage on it there. That's looking good. That's looking good. And gotta blend that in a little bit, like where the fur and the skin meets. Sort of here. And we're obviously doing another coat on the base because that's not finished. We've got a few tiny rocks coming off that as well. Close that off. Bring back our big brush. Do some base. This is a very slow progress paint session today, so again, hopefully some of the paint that we put on before helps these rocks stay in place. Again, it does not matter if they come off. They're moving around a little bit. We'll shake off the ones that officially won't stay in a sec as well. really thick layers of this this base. It's actually a lot deeper, some of these recesses, than first expected. That and this brown I need to replace, I think. Another reason why I didn't do too much work on these little guys, because they're probably gonna get painted over quite a bit. Now I'm not paying attention and getting paint everywhere. That's all the base done. Again, not sure why my phone keeps staying off, but let's just see if we can get the eye done. And get that real fine light blue. Get that shake as well. Yeah, I think we got that. It's so unnoticeable, but it's there. The tiny eye drops. So I'll bring this as close as I can to the camera. But yes, we have the bright blue eyes. Our base is all brown, so we can start doing some details on that, which will be good. The main guy's like pretty much there. We've just got a bit of cleanup to do with like some of the spots that I've just hit accidentally with brown while doing the base, some blending, and we'll try and work something else out with the wolf, maybe just do some more like highlighting and just sort of bring the nose in as well, so the sort of blacky brown pad that a wolf would normally have for the nose. But all our bronze is looking alright. We've got a belt to fix up as well. And then yeah, just touching up. So like I got a bit of silver here. Finish the two small guys as well. And then again we'll do the basing. So just to remind people of that. And we've got two types of like mossy green stuff. So these are both from a place called Toy World. So there's this, and then this, which is like very fine strands of something. Doesn't have an ingredient, so I'm not really sure what's made out of, but I'm sure it's just some synthetic fiber or something like that. So there'll be our basing. Oh, we can put our mushrooms on. So let's get, I think plastic glue will work for that. So we made some little mushrooms that definitely don't look like anything else. And we'll grab our glue. So they're just gonna go under here, so we'll clear a little bit of space with this might do. So we'll just clear some space there. We'll put the plastic glue down and put these mushrooms on, and then that'll probably be it, because I don't think they'll sit and dry. So just some plastic glue. We'll go big mushroom, sort of. Alright, so these are going to need to be bent. So we'll bend this guy. Glue him, sort of These might even be too big. Alright, we'll do 2 down here, so the 2 smaller ones. So this guy. So there. This guy. And he's got some dust on him or something. So this guy sort of popping out there. Like that. Keep forgetting that this isn't on string. And just want this guy to be not bronze. Sort of. There we go. So we've got the 2 there, and then we'll pop the larger guy. Oh, and I've just put that in glue. Lovely. I'll just pop the other one on the other side, maybe. Just add a bit more glue there. Make sure they stick. And the big one will pop maybe here. Yeah, that looks good. So pop in there. So we've got some custom base mushrooms there, and they'll need an undercoat as well. Alright, I think that'll probably do. So we're looking at just being live just under 2 hours. That's going to be annoying. Got some glue. Forgot I put PVA glue on this. So that's off, that's fine. Pop that over there. He's in the wash. You need to go in the wash. Those are off. Actually, we will just finish by we'll just give like some areas a little bit of plastic glue. And that'll just, again, just help that all bond together. So that up there, that's good. Let's clean up, and then I think I'll I don't know, I've been playing some Final Fantasy, so really just gung-ho to try and get through. And there's a like intermediary part between each expansion, so I'm still new to the game, so I'm trying to get through Heaven's Sword into Stormbloods, I think it is. So yeah, just doing that. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks to those who have been watching or sitting in chat. Yeah, I will catch you, I guess Monday. I probably won't do one tomorrow. I thought I was going to do one tomorrow. Yeah, probably Monday. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.